Yeah. This has been utterly ridiculous thus far, guys. Game number 4 on the way. Again, like,
unbelievable.
When I'm casting a big tournament like this, and for me right now, this is like the highest level of tournament I'm doing thus far. It just, I have such nerd chills going into these games day 9.
Gosh, I mean, 3 games in a row, 30 minutes long, and it's funny because each game keeps getting a little bit closer. Game 1 was kind of one-sided. Game 2, it's getting pretty close. Game 3 could have gone either way, literally at any second.
So by proxy, this game is not going to end. Cloud Kingdom here. We're going to have a full mind-out situation. An hour-and-a-half game here from SKMC. It's not going to be quite as good as my mech prediction yesterday.
That was slick.
But other than that...
But this map is huge counterattack paths. I don't like a lot of the super long-term play from Terrans, but it's perfect for that early aggression. Let's see what Koss has in store for us. In the top right corner, the unlikely man to be here in this round of 16 match, taking down Nest T. He's down 1 and 2. He needs your support. Give a cheer for Empire Koss.
And spawning down to the bottom left-hand corner, currently 2-1 up in this phenomenal series. Spawning as your Red Protoss. Give it up for SKMC.
I cannot believe how good MC is at that matchup. There was literally, I mean, that Warp Prism should get a medal. Warp Prisms should get kill counts. I mean, there's something that I'm trying to think of how many Storm Drops went on in that game. I can't even keep track. The amount of things that were killed off worker-wise by MC just allowed him to perfectly step into control of that game. All MC did was expand and harass, and expand and harass, and expand and harass, and Koss only had to mess up one army engagement for MC to win.
Yeah, and I mean, if there was a player in that last series that was one of the one that was overextending a little bit, it was Koss. Let's not beat around the bush. There was, some positions that he put himself in where there's a lot of, a really nice concave setup by MC pushing in there, and then those storms ripping apart those Vikings in that very last engagement, all clumped up there, just flustered slightly in that engagement. So Koss slightly overstepping the mark, but again, I mean, can you blame him after a 40-minute epic trial? That's so difficult.
I mean, Koss, I think, is kind of ballsy for not even taking his 10-minute break. Again, ESL allows all players to request a 10-minute break after 3 games. Koss just going straight up early expand, not even going to hide it. Probes out. It's going to easily skirt by that edge.
And for now, we have actually the second gas once again on the way here for MC. So not really the most aggressive of, one-gate expands that we would normally see from MC here. Wondering what he's going to end up doing with this gas. But in comparison, normally what we saw him do last game was basically just have that gas available to him and then be able to tech up a little bit quicker off the back of going for that Nexus.
It looks like, it's 2 in that gas, 3 in this one. So this actually looks like a mistake more so than any sort of intentional build. 1 watchtower for each player. Just doing the usual control. Koss, I'm so thrilled. Koss is not going for a 3rd command center. Yay! I really love Koss's aggro mid-game play, his Marauder-heavy surround-type moves.
Yeah.
MC with all those units in gas does still look like he's going for more of a long-termish expandy play, a little Sentry DT, maybe Sentry Robo. Not going to be doing any sort of early gate pressure.
But I'm also happy that MC was able to actually send the initial Zealot out a little bit quicker than we saw him going for in game number 2. So we'll have to see if MC is going to be able to push across the map here with the Stalker and Zealot.
Single refinery down. This is a very aggressive variant. When this barracks finishes, Tech Lab will go down instantly, or not. I would have assumed it would go down instantly. This is quite unexpected. Perhaps it's going to go reactor first? Really? No, there's the Tech Lab. A little bit late.
And I think it's interesting to point out there in that last game that Empire Koss only got his 3-3 at the 35-minute mark. So that is a very, very late 3-3 there, whilst MC had his 3-3 going into so much of that game.
Yeah, MC was just getting every standard edge, but then coupling that with the dropping edge, oh gosh, the storm drops were terrifying. 2 more gateways en route for MC, and Koss looks like he's going for an early concussive shell play. So Koss is hinting towards an early move out.
You know, I would love that, because of all the players that you consider to not really go for that really early aggression, one of them's Koss.
Oh, MC Stargate first. This is not going to line up well against a Marauder move out from Koss. Ooh.
And for now, throwing down a few more gateways here to be able to continue that macro going. He needs these just to be able to buffer against something that Koss is going to be throwing at him here. They already have that reactor being added onto this barracks in order to be able to really, really ramp up that Marine production. And from there on, we'll have to see if Koss is actually going to go for that push very, very soon.
Why is Koss not pushing yet? He really needs to move out soon if he wants to move out at all. Phoenix is likely to be the follow-up, or no, really? No, a fleet beacon? Is he going carrier? Oh, MC.
This isn't StarCraft 1. What? Day9, please. Please help.
Now, I will say, two Stargate carrier makes perfect sense if you envision what Empire Koss has been doing every single game. 3 command center, 3 command center, 3 command center. And now, MC just goes, okay, well, if you're going to do that, I'm just going to start massing up carriers, and there's really not going to be that much that you can do about it. I'm going to be putting on pressure. I'm going to be slowly increasing the amount. You end up with a brief aggressive window, and then you have to play passively with the carriers. But as Koss is now moving out to this front side, MC doesn't really have that much. This might be just a clean, straightforward win?
That might indeed. I mean, I've got such a huge smile on my face right now. It's if it was able to work out, then that would be utterly fantastic. But right now, Empire Koss, he just has so much moving around at the front, but he's actually not pushing in with this. He doesn't have the intel. He's scouting out the third, realizing it's not there, and then thinking to himself that his opponent's just playing standard off the back of this, and assuming he's going to have way more forces at the front, but he doesn't.
A critical misstep by Empire Koss, but a completely reasonable misstep, to be honest. I mean, Koss, wow, what on earth? I mean, Koss essentially going, yeah, if
this is going to work. If
there's no third here, I must be under some sort of inevitable attack, but Koss is still playing strong.
Oh my God.
Finishing up stim, finishing up combat shield. He's going to do a straight push at the front.
And one of the great things about this is that, again, as we elaborated earlier, sometimes Empire Koss ends up getting that starport a little bit later than other Terran players, focusing more and more on that bio. And in this game, he did focus a little bit more on it. And I cannot believe this. I really cannot believe that. If this ends up working, this is going to be the most money. Oh, he's getting the
oh my God. MC doesn't know about the auto build. He's actually queuing him up.
Oh.
Did you know if you right-click there, they'll auto-build?
Isn't he doing it? It's like spiraling on one of the...
Wow.
I think he's got it.
He just queues him up right away. And now moving out, is he actually going to reveal these?
I don't know. But, I mean, for now...
What a play. How do you predict this? Oh, he's just protecting against drops with a pair of carriers?
Standard build here, guys. Pretty standard play as SKMC. I just can't believe it. I'm literally almost speechless. This is, yeah.
Empire Koss continuing to add on all the usual suspects, 2-1 upgrades, great map awareness. Carriers 3 and 4 are on the way now.
I would love to have seen him adding on +1 air weapons, because those upgrades for carriers become so ridiculously powerful because of the way in which they actually deal damage. And the armor here is slightly, well, I mean, it's actually going up to just +1 armor here, so slightly behind those weapons upgrades. It's not going to be as useful going up against if it was going for those really, really aggressive armor upgrades.
Oh, God, you got to be confused as hell if you are in Koss's shoes. I think Koss starting to realize, well, I'm not seeing anything. I'm going to get some Vikings up. I mean, what a messed up play.
Where are those carriers actually going to go? Where are they going to... He's leading with the probe to make sure that they're not spotted as he moves across the map, I think. He has the watchtower.
There's a small, weak force with no Colossus in it. I mean, Koss rushes up to that. He kills it off instantly.
Oh my God! Is this?
Oh, here it comes.
He sees the carriers, and right now
he needs to stim and just pick off as many interceptors as he can. There's not actually that many units here, and SKMC is just losing interceptors rapidly. There's only one interceptor left on the field. This is actually going absolutely terribly for MC.
And I mean, yeah, he doesn't have any interceptors left. This gateway force is slowly melting, but so is the bio. There's nothing left here for Cass, as he is replenishing back home. He's got 14 Marines and 2 Marauders on the field here to be able to try and replenish against this. But these carriers, once they're able to get those interceptors back, they're going to be able to deal with that.
No way. I mean, carriers will never die to a basic force of Marine. You just simply micro them back. The interceptors die very quickly, though, but that looks like it was part of MC's plan. He's pushing up with his basic gateway force. Koss trying to get his Vikings into a reasonable spot, and it looks like MC is continuing to advance forward. He can win this game with just his gateway units.
He can win this right now, guys. There's 11 Marines on the field, 2 Ghosts and 1 Marauder, 2 Vikings here as well against these 4 carriers even. One of them does end up dying off, but all the SCVs coming off once again. The interceptors providing so much firepower here. SKMC looking to seal it, has so many force fields zoning out that bio as well. These 2 Vikings trying to micro back, but can they even hold against these 3 carriers?
Oh gosh, after 3 nail-biting games, MC decides to speed the pace of things up a bit with a 2-gate carrier play. What on earth? Now we see the carriers sweeping into the main base. There's the stim. And what a game. We see more interceptors flooding out. Perfect EMPs. Does it matter? The carriers cannot seem to die with all those interceptors dealing incredible amounts of damage. 1 carrier does fall to a pack of Marines. Koss is getting pretty close. He just needs a few more shots. He might get, he gets 1 carrier. Can he get the other carrier?
Oh, what a way to potentially end this game here. He still has 25 SCVs to the 46. Empire Cass not giving up just yet. He has his 3rd base up and running in theory here. So this 1 carrier, 1 Marine trying to be a hero. He doesn't get it. 3 health left on that carrier. As for now, SKMC just sitting on the production facilities here of Empire Cass. And right now, even dropping the mules there. GG! Ladies and gentlemen, SKMC marches on with one of the most ridiculous game number 4s there. And he will be going on to that round of 8 to play against Acer Nurcio.
Wow, what a series. And what the hell? Carriers in the last game hiding down in the bottom left corner. But I mean, even ignoring the carrier game, in those first 3 games, we got the chance to see that MC knows exactly how to take it to the late game in PvT.
2 quick points I want to make there. As soon as Cass saw the carriers, I turned around to try and find the look on Cass's face. I just wanted to see his reaction after that ended up occurring. And also for MC now going on into this, it's important to note here that going up against Acer Nurcio in the round of 8, he's played Acer Nurcio a lot before. He's played him in Home Story Cup 4 where he was able to take the win very convincingly. He then played him in the IEM World Championship where he was again able to take that win very convincingly. But as of late, in Home Story Cup number 5, Nurcio was able to power it out against MC, taking that 3-1 win. So here, MC is it has to go up against Nurcio.
Well, let's go ahead and head to the main stage and find out MC's thoughts on that series.
I'm here with SKMC. That was an incredible series. So many back and forths. I think there were 90 battles in game 3. My hands are still shaking, and I was like thinking I might pass out. How do you feel?
Good.
Feels good. Could you go again right now if you had to?
What did you say? I didn't get you.
Could you play again right now?
또 한 번 할 수 있는지 해야 하는지.
캐리어요?
그냥 best of 5 again?
Yeah.
Yeah. 또 한 번 카스랑 할 때 또 할 수 있는지.
Later.
After, I can't even think after that series. Why carriers?
Just 2 days ago,
I have Blizzard show match against Puma. I use this build order. I think this is good all-in build. 4 carriers with gateway units. So I use this.
You know, well, you don't know, but I know, and these guys don't know yet, but they're about to know. David Kim from Blizzard, who's the balance director, was here watching that game. Maybe Heart of Swarm, more carrier?
Yeah, I hope Blizzard don't remove carriers because so imba.
Well, do you have anything that you want to tell everyone before I go and lay down and go to sleep for a while?
I don't get the question.
Does he want to tell the fans anything?
아, 여러분한테 뭐 말하고 싶은 거 있죠?
팬들한테? Just carrier is imba.
First it was Phoenix Imba, now it's Carriers Imba. You heard it from the man himself, the greatest Protoss of all time, SKMC. Good job and good luck in the next round.